not good. So this year we have got a chance bumper crop of oak seedlings popping up just everywhere around our yard. Probably have several thousand saplings. I want to try to dig up as many of them as possible and get them in pots so I can grow them out and resell them in a few years. I'm going to need a garden trowel so I can get them dug up, because the only shovel I have is like this big, and that would be inappropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. I absolutely hate drawing stuff into big plate. This is, I think, probably the most tedious possible thing you could ever ask me to do, but this is what the job calls for. So I have here a piece of 2" by 5/16 by 6½, 6 1/4 spring steel, and I'm going to try to make this into a shovel. Alright, so I am drawing out a tang to mount a handle to. I'm starting there first. I do have a reason for that. So right now I'm just trying to make sure that my tang is going to be centered on the material. Since this is a drawing project and I hate drawing, I just want to make sure that I'm giving myself the best chance at success here. So basically the idea that I'm going for, since I've got 2 lines here, that will kind of guide me for where the center of the tang needs to be. So it needs to come over this way just a tiny bit. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we've got our center mark lined up. I don't know how well you can see that. It doesn't really matter because you don't need to see it. And I am just going to fuller a line that is going to represent the spine and be my stop point for what? And I'm just eyeballing this, obviously, as I do almost everything. Ah. I think I'm going to go ahead and hot cut these corners off. And I'm using a brass hammer so I can just blast these off and not have to worry about the hammer getting damaged. I'm actually kind of excited to see how the dog set hammer will do on this. Looks like we went down about half thickness in one heat. That's pretty good. And maybe not quite. I'm doing almost all of this with one corner or the other. This is part of why I made this hammer with a square face. So I could use it with drawing without having to change hammers. So all of the forging work is done on our blade now. It's been heat treated and it's ready to get handled and sharpened and put to work. I figured I would make the handle out of a broken hammer handle. This guy actually broke in the middle of making a video. It's cracked down to about here, so I can chop it off there, and then use that as the handle for our shovel. I should have probably checked that before I filled it up with glue. There we go. I'll let that set up and then we'll do our final grinding and finishing. Alright, that feels pretty good. I guess we gotta grind it. I don't know if you can hear, that's just skating. So that was somehow much more and exactly the amount of work that I expected it to be. But I don't know, I think it came out okay. We'll see how it works. It is still very hard, and File mostly just skates off and kind of laughs at me for trying to file on it. So it should at least stay sharp-ish as it is now for a good while. Otherwise, got a little bit of linseed oil on the whole thing, and if it rusts, it rusts. It's a garden trowel, it's not a museum piece. I would hope that would be clear. But anyway, now I'm going to go dig up some trees and see if it's just a waste of time.